Welcome back to Coder B Plays and MotorTown behind the wheel. Yes, I'm moving this around a little bit. So first things first, I did get some comments on the last video, and I appreciate every bit of that. And one person, Harry McKay88, said that I can do exactly what I want, and then we're going to buy a dumpy, but I don't know if I can afford a dumpy. So we're gonna put a dumpy in there, and it's just gonna do that. Let's go see if we can afford. Now, this is something. Wait, I think we go back into company or is this admin? No. Vehicles? No. Let's go back into company. This is something that does exist now. Not Motorpedia. Where's the Motorpedia? Vehicles. Aha! There we go. This is the one I wanted. So we're going to search for the dumpy. How much is the dumpy? It's 100. Well, I can't even afford it. So we have to go make some more money, and that means that's so. At least I have the route set, and now I just have to make more money. Now, what we were talking about doing in the previous one was me going to the mountain, and that is something I do want to do. Now, let's see if there's a taxi run. I want to look at some taxi runs and see if there's one that I can do. Let's remove all this stuff for a minute. So if there's one that I can do, that I can take a taxi or get a taxi, oh, a trophy. No, I don't want to. I want a taxi job. Oh, this is not going to be what I want. Taxi passenger, that's what I want. Are there any taxi? Oh, shit, I have to have a taxi. All right, so we're going to try to, let's see, can I build a taxi? We're going to go back. Sorry for all that noise. We're going to see if I can build a taxi. I want to get a vehicle, car. Cart, no. Small. Yeah, there we go. We don't want a Tuscan. We want a, no. I want a four-wheel drive. Or something I can turn into a four-wheel drive because I'm going to possibly go. I don't need a tag. I hear this thing is actually pretty good. Comfort level 3, which is tolerable. But I want to make it so that I can make it go on the oh, that one might work. Can I get a taxi license on this? Oh, I can get a taxi license. This is a 4-speed, but it's a flatbed. No, let's see, it's 4 gas 5. Where do I see four-wheel drive? Oh, right here. Okay, so that's a four-wheel drive. No, we don't want a police interceptor. We can't buy one anyway. The townie, no. No, I don't want to buy that thing. Bongo? No, I don't want to buy the bongo. Nope, 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 nope. Monarch. Monarch's a 2-wheel drive. I don't want to buy that. That's expensive. So what I'm looking to do, we got to find this. Because I've got to do, this is not 4-wheel drive. It looks like I might have to take that Jeep and make it a taxi. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we don't want that one. I do, well, actually, I do know that the bongo can do, or the bus can do it. Now, see, the taxi license is available for this. What happens if I do a bus? Can I do a taxi license in one of these small Lilliputs? Not available. Okay, see, this is what I like this for. It tells me. I didn't think I could do that. Pretty sure I couldn't do that. So we're going to find, we're going to find at least a decent 4-wheel drive, and then we will go. And I'll tell you what, I'll come back when I find what I want. Welcome back. So what I'm looking at, I like the Muhan, but I don't know where it's at. Where do I find it? How do I find out where it sits? Is there a way to do that? So the Muhan is one. And the Info GT is another, and the Neo, I think I know where this one is. I don't want that one. I think I know. Where's that? There's like this. Yeah, I think the Neo is sitting over there in the quarry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop myself over to the quarry. Of course, can the Ranchy? Hang on. Can the Ranchy? Oh, Jesus. The audio is kind of loud. No, it's not. It's loud for me, not for you. I'm going to turn that down for me a little bit. Okay, so can a Ranchy have a license? Sorry, I'm still doing this. Ranchy. Okay, can a Ranchy have a taxi license? Not available. Okay, cool. So we are gonna head over to the where's my house? No, I don't want house. My house. Home. I'm going to head over here. I'm going to see if I can get that. I'm going to grab my Ranchi. Hope the Ranchi's not. Boy, this is. You can tell I haven't played in a little while. So once I get going here, I am going to. What do I hit? X. Um, what do I do? Oh, I got to grab my controller here. I got to remember what I do to. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, yeah. Once I get everything done, and I can do the taxi run, and I can, or at least do a run of some sort. Maybe I'll get a 4-wheel drive truck, flatbed, or something, and or I can take this. Actually, I'd have to update this a little bit, but I can take some cargo up to the mountain and do that. But I'm going to do something up the mountain. We're going to try to do a taxi. If this is not the man, this thing wants to slide. If this is not where that 4-wheel drive truck is or car is, where we can do the taxi license, then I'm not going to get it. And we're going to go ahead and use the Ranchi to go do something. I'm half tempted to just go flying down this thing, but I need to be able to use this truck. I don't want to have to go fix it just to do the thing. Ooh. Ooh, we're going to slide off the side anyway if we're not careful, right? Hope everybody had a good weekend, good week. I know that I have not been posting much, and I apologize. Oh, here we go, rock. Yeah, that's always a good thing. And I apologize for not posting so much, but I have been very busy, and once I get on this long run that I'm going to do here, we'll talk about all the fun stuff I've been doing this week. Because this whole purpose... Oh, there's that car down there. It looks like it is the 4-wheel drive one. We'll go check it out. Oh, it looks like I won't have to do too much, except for maybe make it so it's a good 4-wheel drive on a mountain type of thing. And we'll do a nice... I really hope I can get a taxi run going to the mountain. It'll be a challenge for me because I've done it one time and only one time, and it failed miserably because I had no clue what I was getting myself into. I just saw the big money. The end goal, I doubt we're going to make this goal today. Again, we're still only doing one video a week because I don't have much of a choice. I'm just way too busy. I'm just seriously way too busy. Now, if I can buy this and it's the right one, we are going to pop it over to get it up fixed, because I do know I got to widen the stance for the bridges that it's got to go on. This looks like it. I do think this is the right one. 50 grand looks about right. Okay. Out. Which one is this? How do we... It is the Neo. There's vehicle info, 4-wheel drive, 50,000, 5-speed, sports. We might have to up this a little bit, but it's only 50 grand. And taxi license is available. Okay. We are going to buy this because why? I need to update it. So now we go to where this is where this is where I want to go here. So I can go take this thing. We're going to call this puppy over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop off here, and I will fast forward this. Where's my Neo? All right, so we are ready to rock and roll with this. Should be able to make it, I hope. I mean, how's that look? That looks pretty badass, in my opinion. It probably sucks. We'll see if this thing works. I put a bigger motor in it, but I spent a lot of money in this thing. Oh shit, I gotta go fix my trucks. Hang on, let me go do that real quick. Fresh all, 400, good. Those are all fixed. Got to keep the money rolling in. So now we need to see about taxis. How do I look for taxis? Oh my god, I don't even know how to do this anymore. Is this the map? Yep. Okay, so where I'm here, where's this guy going? You're not gonna tell me? Oh, come on, man. Where's my... Oh wait, there's a way to look at taxi. That's what I want to see. Where's the 4-wheel drive? Do I have one that says 4-wheel drive? Or... Oh, no. So I just put all that money into something that I can't do anything about. We are gonna. What are we gonna do? Where's our? Let's go for the distance. What's our longest one? Where's that at? And he's right over there. It's a comfort one for 18,000. Here's one for 19,000, and they are over there too. And that's going a long way. Maybe we'll just do that one. How's that sound? Let's go there. Let's do it. Go to location, pick them up, and see how this goes. I should probably turn on my lights, huh? How do I turn on my lights? This one. So I've got a pretty good vehicle. It should be okay with comfort, we hope, if I don't drive too much crazy. So again, we are only doing one. No, I've got 100. Oh, Jesus, this thing will haul ass. That's good. Oh, I should have gone the shortcut. Oh, well. Um, Hope everyone's doing well, like I asked before. Oh, shit, this thing's going to freaking... I'm going to kill these people. I'm not going to get a comfort bonus if I'm not careful. Glad I don't have them in my car yet. This is not good. Not good at all. We'll see about getting them in the car and going, and then we'll talk and see how I am with driving this thing. I'm going to expect that I'm going to probably not do well on this because I'm just not, I don't want to drive nice all the time. But this is a super long drive. Probably we'll see about talking because I've got a few things I want to talk about. I've gotten people telling me what to do. I've got some comments to talk about, like I already told you about the one that hooked me up with the right stuff, and then I've got someone telling me about the mountain. Said any 4-wheel drive will work. We might end up. I might end up having to use the Ranchy depending on how this thing works. But I wanted to get my. Why am I not shifting? Oh, because you're in sport mode. Let's go comfort mode. This is not going to be a problem at all. Oh, let's stick in comfort mode. I passed him already. Oh, Jesus. I'm an idiot. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. They're not here. Oh, crap. Where's my taxi? They're not here. They're here. I have to go here to pick them up. Okay, well, we're canceling that one. They have to be close to me. Where are they? That's a comfort limo. Nope, can't do that one. So this one here, they're going. Oh shit. Okay, so this is a limo. This one is okay. This one's just far away too. That's fine, and we can jump over there real quick. So we're going to accept this one instead, and this is not a comfort one, so that's going to help. But that means no bonus. So we're going to go here, and they are over here. So we're going to jump to this house. Yep, I'm so smart, aren't I? I'm right here now, right? Oh, I have to get out of the car, dummy. Okay, get out. How many times do I forget that every time? Every time I forget that. Of course, every time that I forget it, I've forgotten it. Okay, there's my do. Yeah, that guy looks just like me. Neo. Okay. Close. Which one? I do have one that I accepted, right? Yes, I do. Okay, so now we go. Okay, that's cool. Where's my one that I accepted? Wait a minute. Oh, did it? Because I moved. Okay, I teleported and didn't like me doing that. So we want to go. Is it this one? Oh, that one's. It was this one. Well, that's a comfort bonus. But that's only going. This one's 21 kilometers. Let's take this one. All right. I'm going to have a long trip. A longish trip. Hey, I'm just trying to get things going. I mean, the goals for the game now are leveling up everything. Let's turn my lights back on. And I want to get everything leveled up as much as I can. Taxis is the lowest level I have besides, the racing and the police, which I really don't care about. I think that from what I understand and what I'm guessing is that the police is really no fun unless you're playing on a multiplayer server where you can bust other players, which I'm not really cool with. I have the police turned off on this, and I have the traffic low on this because I just don't want to deal with that stuff. Ooh, man. Should have put in new brakes. Okay, so we're going to accept the passenger. He's going far, far away. We're going to go ahead and do that. And he's not asking for comfort, so that's a good thing because we're going to haul ass and get there and hopefully not crash. And just get a little bit of money. And we need some money because we only got $9,000. Hey, my bus is coming up the road here. It's the little bus, the Lilliput. And we want to get money now without. I'm going to try not to get any more loans to get the dumpy because we know that we can run a fuel run and get all the money we need for a dumpy. So the dumpy is not that important. I do want. Oh man, this thing's going to be easy to get. Oh, don't crash. Don't crash. I said don't crash. So glad they're not doing a comfort bonus. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, so what's keeping me so busy? Oh man, I tell you, work is it's picking up because it is busy season. It'll be busy season for a while. I will probably be on the one video a week kick for the next until after Christmas, and maybe even then because at Christmas I'm taking a vacation after Christmas, and I have a lot of things to do. Like I have to renew my visa for Thailand. I have to get my new driver. I have to renew my driver's licenses. I got a motorbike license, car license here for Thailand, so I got to get that done. Basically, I'm pretty busy that week. That after Christmas, actually, I have to have my visa before Christmas, and we have to renew that. It's a yearly thing. It's really crazy, in my opinion. You have to prove you're still married every year. It's like, well, and I can understand that, I guess. And with Thailand, you don't screw around because if they will deport you really quick if you don't keep your visa up. They don't screw around with foreigners here. So hopefully this is a relatively quick run. So we got all that stuff, but the other stuff. Oh shit! I forgot about this turn. Fudge bucket. Well, let's not. Let's just go back. I'm glad that he's not a picky person with frickin'. And I'm glad I've lifted this car 3 centimeters. I'm glad it's 4-wheel drive. Da 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 da. But yeah, I've been really busy. So what we've got going on is a little bit of work, but there are some things I've given myself. Well, let's talk a little bit about everything because I've got a little bit of time here to talk while I crash and die. So I watched a video last week. I forget what day it was, whatever day it was, and it said, it, it talked about giving yourself a purpose of something because I have had like zero motivation. These videos are the one thing I do have motivation for. I do like doing these videos, and I want to keep doing these videos. Man, I am really hauling ass, um, and I like doing them, and I just don't have the time to do them. So I have to, because the editing takes too long. I don't have a lot of drive to do the editing. I have no motivation for the editing. Playing the game and recording, yeah, sure. That's why I want to keep these as edit free as I can, um, because I know that a lot of people like them. But this last video, I still got a couple of subscribers, and it's kind of nice. I mean, for a channel that has 32 subscribers at the time of the recording of this, that's not too bad. That I'm getting a lot of views and I'm getting some comments. Who's the other comment? Hold on, I'm going to try to get straight here, and then let off again. So Teru Banzu. I hope I didn't totally murder that name. Talking about running the mountains from to Dasa, which is a possibility, but I will need, and talked about how I can do the campy, stick a campy up there, and I've seen that, or do, and that's actually. Hang on, another person said that. Glenn McGill. I had a roommate with that last name, or close to that last name, way back in college. And unfortunately, he's passed, so I know it's not the same person. Anyway, so he tells me to do the money for the mountains for profit, and to do not just the shortcut, but the bus shortcut. I know about the bus shortcut and all that stuff because I do watch Bug occasionally. I've stopped watching him so much because I've just I kind of find him not as entertaining as I want to say. He does have some good stuff and he does have good tips, but some things he does just I'm not into. No big deal. But he also talks about the Campy and how the Campy is a little cheap, which is kind of what I did for the Dasa Harbor thing. So I could get another Campy and put a Campy up here in the mountain and use that to bring trucks up because there's a spawn point for trucks. Holy crap, this thing sucks for braking. Should have upgraded the brakes. So yeah, we talked about that, and that's why. But the reason I'm only doing one video a week is because I just don't have time to do things, and I don't want to edit 1,000 videos. So I've started that other channel, but that other channel is going to be, maybe 5-10 minute videos, 5 to 10 minute videos, not that many videos. But I want to record a bunch at once, and they're going to be one shots or as close to one shot as I can get, where I don't have to do any editing or very, very little editing as I do on these. But those videos will be faster to make than this because this takes me, sometimes an hour to record or 2 hours. Hopefully, not 2 hours today. We might do 2 runs. We'll see what we're at. I mean, I can see my record time, I think, if I don't drive and look at the same time. I've got to be very careful. I'm used to a truck not going up the hills too easy. And this thing I'm just hauling 90 whatever kilometers an hour and I'm slowing down, thankfully. I have to be careful because the brakes suck on this. But, oh, shit. So this is our taxi. This will be our taxi car. I was going to get the Monarch because it has a higher uh, comfort, but we're not really concerned about that at this point. I think it was the Monarch. There's a new one out, or maybe the station wagon. But so anyway, I've got that going on, and I saw this video that talked about lack of motivation and all of this stuff, and so well, you need a purpose. And it's not talking. I'm paraphrasing here, and if I can find the video, I'll put a link to it on the bottom in the description. If I can find it out of my bajillion videos I watch in a week. I watch a little bit too much YouTube. I'm gonna confess on that right now. Oh shit! Yeah, don't try not to break your car too much. Uh, I say a lot because I get interrupted by the game. At least I'm really driving. I don't do autopilot. I have done autopilot, but that's boring for me, in my opinion. Unless I have to go do something like use the restroom, but then I usually just pause and drive some more. But I think this thing in sport is just going to kill me. Maybe I'll use this car for racing. Anyway, so back to the video that I saw that talked about purpose, and it doesn't say you don't need some like super high end purpose of peace, universal peace in the world, and help everybody on the planet. Blah 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 blah. You just need a purpose that's something you can obtain, and the dopamine hit you get from working on your goal or your purpose is better than any other dopamine hit that you get from like playing games or whatever, any short term. So it's more of a long term dopamine hit. And I agree, it does work. I even had, because of my problems of motivation, I'm like, do I have a problem with my testosterone level? Because, another thing I saw is that a lot of people in the world, a global problem in the male situation is that, the testosterone levels are very low. Like I guess 200 is considered low. So I was tested. I checked myself, and no, I'm right there in the middle. I'm around. I don't want to tell you my number, but I'm right there in the middle of you're fine. I'm like, all right, so no therapy for me for that. I really thought that was a problem because I had low motivation and I just didn't feel like doing a damn thing, and I really don't. I still kind of am that way. I've got to give myself my own purpose to give my motivation, which brings me to what my main purpose is right now, and it's not like some what's the word, big high goal purpose or anything like that. It's not like, oh, I want to save the world, I want peace on earth, blah blah blah. No, it's a goal that's just for me, and it's something that I believe that I want, and it's something I've actually been working on for a little bit. Is I want to get rid of the the big corporations that I personally don't like, the way they're doing things. And Microsoft is one of them. And Microsoft and Adobe is big. Now, for me to get rid of Adobe, I have to basically fire my client, the one client I've had for 10 years. Every project I have is an Adobe project, and those do not migrate very easily or very well to anything. And I would only use DaVinci, which is what I've started to use now. And I've looked into doing the migration. It's like, no, it's not worth it because we literally have about 1 or 200 presentations that we work on, and we go back and edit them. That's one of the things that I do is I go back and edit his previous presentations. And sure, I could just take the final render of what I did last and render and edit that, but the quality will go down. And there's other things, and I'm very, very quick. I'm very, very fast in Premiere Pro, which it's a big thing for me to dump. And knowing how their cancellation process is really what is driving me to leave, because that's corporate greed, just disgusting. And I've been wanting to dump Adobe for a couple of years now, and my client has finally given me a reason, because he's not going to need me as much. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to, since this subscription is costing me $60 a month and it's going up to 70, we're going to stop working for you because I can't afford to run. I'm not billing out enough hours, and I don't want to grab more clients. I'm trying to get rid of working for people and selling my time for money. More to doing stuff like this, where I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. And hopefully, the goal is to eventually get something out of it. But right now, there's nothing. I mean, this channel's not making me any dime. I don't care. I'm doing it for fun. My goal is to get rid of the corporate greed people like Adobe, Microsoft. I'm actually going to remove. I've been paying Google for the Google Drive, and I'm like, they're probably getting my data from that, and I don't really appreciate that. I've been moving slowly on that, and I also 3 email accounts on Microsoft Office, different domain names. I don't understand. Stop. Oh, so she thought I was talking to her. I'm gonna wait for a second for it. There it goes. Yeah, my assistant thought I was talking to her, but no. So it with my Microsoft Office accounts, I've got 3 domains, and those are costing me a lot of money. And altogether, I can save money by getting rid of those and actually self-hosting my email. And with that, self-hosting like a mini Google Cloud Drive. So no, stop, Google. This is annoying that it's listening to me too much. That's another thing I'm going to have to turn off. But one thing I'm not going to get rid of is the YouTube Premium, because I hate ads more than I hate corporate greed. Gotta draw the line somewhere, right? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm turning up here. So we got to start slowing down way ahead of time. Boy, these brakes really suck. And this thing's sucking gas too. Okay, so now we come through here. There we go. I made a turn. Woohoo! Oh, I've only got 1.4 kilometers. Yeah, we're going to do another run. We'll do something else. We'll see if something's going to the mountain. We'll do something. Or I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what this gives me. And then, so what I'm doing is I have installed, or I use bare metal servers that are provided by a company that's a very, very reliable company. I'm not going to give you too much information because, hackers like to have too much information. And whether you're a hacker or not, probably not, but I'm not risking my livelihood or my stuff on that. So I have bare metal servers that I use, and I've locked them down with a good OS. I'm not running Windows Server, that's for damn sure. And then I put on my own mail server that I did a lot of good research that is really good at locking things down and making sure I can do what I want to do. And it does. It does everything I want. Just a minute. Let me drop this call on. 12 grand. How many XPs? 6,000. What did that? Oh, I'm at level 9 now. Sweet. So we're gonna see what we got around here. There's a 4-wheel drive one right there. All right, people, we're going. Oh, I can't do that one because I don't. Oh, a 4 by. Well, but it's 5 people. That's why. Oh man, it's 5 people. Shit, that's a lot of money. How close are they? And say, well, where's this one going? This one's going from here. Oh, this is another good long one. We'll take that one. So we'll take this one. We're gonna up the taxi, and that's right there. I figured that's where that one was. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So yeah, I've got my server. I got my email server, and then and hang on, I'll tell you what that fiasco in a minute. That took more time than I expected. Okay, I'm very comfortable with servers. Okay, I've got a few. I've got a handful of them. Oh shit, he's a comfort guy. Oh my gosh, Did he knock a? He already knocked a comfort point off of me. Crap. I should almost do autopilot for this, but it's too boring. I forgot we had to do comfort now. So I got to be careful. Okay, so I'm comfortable with doing servers and Docker containers. I've been doing Docker containers for a long time, and I understand how they work, and I understand how to set them up and all of that stuff. So that's not really an issue. And how to lock everything down. More importantly, how to lock everything down. So everything I do, I make sure I lock it down, and I do security checks and make sure that it's locked down as much as I know how to do, which it does what I do what I got to do. Oh, I almost lost it. So I'm doing that, and I figured, okay, so since this mail provider, this software is Docker friendly, and they have a lot of instructions and a lot of good stuff on there, I should be able to get this going. But since I also want to put in on the same server the Google Drive replacement, I need to have it behind a reverse DNS. That's where the problem came in, and fighting that and getting everything working perfectly so that the web UI works and everything works. I mean, because getting an email, that wasn't really the problem. It was administering the site was the problem. Oh shit, got a little bit of janky stuff there. So, and that was the issue: was getting the web UI to work, because it has its own reverse proxy. The web UI does, because it's hosting. Or not really a reverse proxy, but it has its own website. But then it has other backend. It's a very complicated, not very, but it's a complicated enough system where I had a lot of problems getting it to work. It took me many, 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 many hours of talking to ChatGPT, and at the time, ChatGPT was responding so slow. Like, I'm not talking 30 seconds, 60. I'm talking 5 to 10 minutes for one prompt. After I got down the road, after I'm getting into the point to where I need this to respond quickly because I'm trying to fix a problem. I mean, granted, my server's not really live at that time, and it was fine, but it was like, I want to get this done. So I would have been a lot faster if it would have been a little bit more helpful, a little bit quicker in the helping. But no, it took a solid 8 hours, and it was an overnight. I worked 6 hours or 7 hours one day, and then I literally, the last prompt I gave it was what fixed it, but I didn't read that prompt until the next morning. And then it fixed, and it was working, and I got it working really, really well. And it's like, cool. And I got some emails set up, some test emails, and da 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 da. So there was, a good, I don't know, 12, 18 hours of real time, not work time, until I got that up. And that was solid. And once that was tested and working, the next was to put in the Google Cloud replacement. That was another nightmare. Oh shit. Okay, nice and easy. That was another nightmare, because it wasn't it's still Docker friendly, but it fought with me left and right, and it still fights with me. And it was getting, I mean, it's kind of a beefy system. You probably figured out, if you know anything, you probably know what it is. It's a very popular system, and I've locked it down again because that's me. And it was another day of dinking with that, and I still have issues with it, because one of the things, it's supposed to play nice with pretty much any email server, but it's supposed to play nice with the one that I have, and they're supposed to play nice with each other. I couldn't get it to read. It kept saying, I can't see the IMAP. And again, with ChatGPT trying to help me debug this and fix this, it's like, okay, and I'm giving it the errors and the logs and all this stuff. It's like, okay, well, go into the Docker container and see if you can actually, get into the IMAP with the directly TLS to it. I could. So I'm like, okay, so it's not the server; it's something in the software. And I've had and it just and I still can't get the uh, the service account, not the service account, but the service email. So like if you have to reset a pat, well, not you because you can't. No one can create an account. I can create an account as the admin. Um, well, my user is an admin. I've got the admin account disabled. Can't log in as that because that's a security risk. So my I created an account, but the email account, and no, it's not because the account's disabled. The email account it's supposed to use to send emails is on my new email server that I can connect to now, but it still won't send as the service, even though I've got everything set up exactly how it's supposed to be set up. And it's like, that still doesn't work. But everything else works. Everything that I want it to work. I even have a little chat feature on there that works really well. I doubt I'll ever use it. But it for what I want to do, it does exactly what I want. I just want to have a place where I can easily access a handful of files. Nothing critical. I mean, I'm not putting anything on there that's important because of hackers. I don't. I know that I'm doing everything I can to prevent that, but I also know that hackers are resourceful, so I don't want to go too far. So I basically do everything I can, and it's going to be a nice lighthearted thing. And the whole server with everything I have, because I've got a mounted volume and all that stuff. Oh boy, I just lost another one. Shit, I lost another comfort level. Damn it. Um. So yeah, I got all that done, and it took a long time, and yet my Google Cloud replacement isn't there yet. Oh, there's Santa Claus. I think you're supposed to pick him up and take him to the North Pole or something. I forget. There's a Christmas thing going on. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing this week. That's what I did for the last 2 days. I mean, well, on top of doing work, it was it's been a hassle. And so that's part of those are going to get rid of my Microsoft Office accounts, my email, and it's going to get rid of some other stuff. And once I've moved all my client folders to whatever file he needs, because that's the reason I have Google Drive and paying for all the money is because I have 2 terabytes and I'm paying $10 a month to have 2 terabytes, which is a good price. It's just I don't want to pay Google the money anymore because I don't want to have all this stuff on there. So I've got to remove his files, but he has to have a place for me to put them. I want to give all of my stuff that's sitting locally because I don't have all my files for him on Google Drive. That would be stupid. Just the stuff that he needs to have. But those files are more that takes it over the free limit. So once I get rid of his stuff, I will be able to get rid of Google Drive, and then that's going to be big. But my biggest thing is the money I'm paying for Microsoft Office. I'm paying way too much. I have 2 accounts for cheap, but I have one account that's like the highest level. It's because when they first put out the subscription service for Office, I'm like, oh man, that's such a good idea. I love it. I decided to go ahead and I got like for my personal my personal email. Um, I jacked up. I got the highest one. I got the highest level, and that level they don't even offer that level anymore. But I have it, because I grandfathered in, and it's $25 a month. It's just way too much. I have to be very careful around these corners. It's just way, 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 way too much, and I am not cool with paying that kind of money anymore. It's the server that I'm using to replace all of that stuff after the expenses of that is counted in. Even when I run in and I put in a backup, I'm going to throw in a 1 terabyte storage box backup that I can put everything onto, and that's not even expensive. And then I'm going to get rid of that. It's going to save me $10 a month. To get rid of them, it's going to save me $10 a month, which is cool. Getting rid of Adobe, well, there's $60 a month that I'm already paying, and $70 a month that I would be paying in a month, couple months. So that's on a timeline because I know how their fee is. It's like, oh, you get to pay half of what you owe for the rest of your quote unquote subscription because you have an annual, even though we charge you month. They make it look like it's a monthly thing, but and, I mean, I understood it from the day I got it, but I totally see how people can get screwed. You know how people can misunderstand what they're doing because they purposely use the language, which is what I don't like. I didn't like it when at the get go when they did that. I'm like, that's kind of sneaky. But they say, well, since you have a year left on your subscription, like if I canceled it right after the 1 year renewed, I'd be paying $420 just to cancel. That's how expensive that shit is. That's crazy. It's like that's 50% of what's left of your. They charge you 50% of what's left of your subscription. I'm like, that's ridiculous because number one, this is a digital product. Okay, digital product. You do, it does not cost you a damn thing if I cancel today. Kiss my ass. So I'm canceling my subscription's up next month. So I'm getting rid of it, and my client knows. I told him he was not happy about it, but he's supportive, which is kind of cool. I'm pretty sure he cussed me out once we got off the call because I do I've been with he's been my client for 10 years. I know him enough, and I'm sure he did, and I don't blame him. I don't hate him. I don't there's no bad blood between me and him as far as I'm concerned. Um and that's fine. And I just know he probably used a couple F bombs. And he's okay to be angry. It's fine. So I said, look, I said, if I told him I'd give him more time, but I told him the Adobe and how they do the cancellation. He's like, I get it, man. I'm like, yeah. I said I would give you until February or March, but I said I can't because I need to get rid of this now. I can't pay another year. And then I find out that they're going to up the frickin' $60 to $70. So I'm getting rid of all my Adobe. And then once probably over my holiday, my vacation of Christmas, I'm going to be removing Windows from my main PC, which is the PC I'm using right now to play this game, and I'm going to Linux. I am not a Mac fan. Never been a Mac fan, an Apple fan, never. Um, you use Apple? Great, good on you, man. Not my jam. Not my thing. I'm not interested in that. Let's see if I can not lose this last comfort point because we're almost there. So I'm not an Apple fan. My friend is a big Apple fan. He's trying to get me into Apple, and I'm like, no, thanks. And we egg each other on all the time. It's fun. Um, he's just big into the Apple existence or whatever it's called ecosystem. I'm not. And here's the thing. I have been using Microsoft products and Windows specifically since Windows 3.1 or 3.0. I remember each version. I have been on each version of Windows. I've had it, and I broke 3.1.1 by compressing the entire C drive. We'll just say Mom wasn't happy with that because that's back when we were sharing a computer. Oops. Yeah, so we broke my computer. So I've done that, and I've been using Office since forever, but with Microsoft with their new I don't like the telemetry, and I don't like the spying. I don't like the pushing ads on me. I just don't like it. There's too much of that going on. I'm okay with some telemetry for debugging and all that, but Microsoft has gotten to the point where I don't trust them that they're not doing more than what they're saying. I don't like the fact that they keep making it so that the Edge browser keeps or the Edge browser keeps changing my default search engine to Bing. Who the wants Bing? Seriously. If you like Bing, you are in a huge minority. I've tried Bing because on accident, and it is not what I want, not even remotely. I use Copilot. I've used Copilot for some coding. Yes, in fact, I've got to cancel that subscription because I'm not using it so much. I'll get it back when I want to program a lot more. But yeah, I'm not. I'm just not. No, thank you. And so that's what I've been doing. It's been a good thing. So I've been recording for about an hour. So this will be our end. This will be the end of the whole video. We'll go ahead and deliver this. I've had a good time. I would keep playing, but I've got to edit this video. You know, man, this car, but I do like this taxi car. I think we're gonna drive. We might drive this again next week, or we might do some more. I gotta look on the. We'll look on the skill level here in just a second, see where we're at before I get off the stream complete the video completely. Make a summary, and I do have some plans. I did think of some stuff. Okay, for my coderbplays.com. I thought of this last night actually. And oh no, don't screw up. Oh shit. Oh fudge bucket. Yes, I'm trying not to swear too much. So the idea for my no, my website, coderbyplays.com website. What I'm thinking is you see how I've got BB Brains, brains. I saw that later. Well, I have 3 fake characters that I use. Barnaby Bits Rains is this one. I have Rick Ziggity, which is my first one, and they all came because I wanted to play a little bit of fun with Star Citizen, and I play Star Citizen. We may play that if you guys are up for it, and when it's a little, and then it's stable enough, because I do some truck. I don't have to worry about this because he's already. Yeah, fuck you. Oops. So we're not going to make a lot of money on this one, but so we're going to stop here. But what I want to do is I was thinking about taking those. Yeah, thank you very much. Kiss no satisfaction, extra bonus, town effect bonus. So I got 5,000 bonus. So where are we at for taxis? 15. That's a good bonus. So we're going to hit the brakes. We're going to turn this thing off. Turn this thing off. Okay. Then we're going to hop out so we can talk. Oops. Make sure you guys see. I got to get my good. Come on. There we go. That'll be my screenshot maybe. Oh, we got to come over here a little bit. There we go. That'll be a good screenshot, right? For my thumbnail. So anyway, what I'm doing, I want to take those 3 characters. They all kind of have backstories, and this is all AI generated. It's not like I'm that creative. And I can put them on my website, and talk about them on my website. I'm going to have him look up. There we go. So I think that would be kind of a cool idea. And what I would do is I might even build that website in videos on one of my other channels. And that would be kind of cool. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Leave some comments below. Tell me what you think about anything we've talked about on this and what you think about the website ideas. And what would you like to see in the next video? Because I will probably see your comments before I record the next video on this one. And I love that I got the bus stuck behind me because I really don't care. So we'll see that in the next video too. So let's take a look at the skill levels we got here. What we got? We got 15. We got 17 for bus. So we'll probably work a little bit more on taxi next video. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great week. And again, please leave me some more comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Bye-bye.